And something that I thought would have worked but didn't happen was a Rocket and Groot movie. That's right. Rocket and Groot was apparently on the table at one point where James Gunn was talking about it, and he was saying that there was a point where he was deciding between a Guardians of the Galaxy 3 or doing a spin-off with Rocket and Groot. And he was saying, if you think about it, if you look at and watch the movies again, that Rocket Raccoon was always the secret protagonist in this series. And it was always supposed to be about him, more or less. And that's why, not too much spoilers, but it's a plot point. And they've been releasing stuff for Guardians 3, but apparently there's a lot of a Rocket in this. There's a lot of his backstory. There's a lot of how he became Rocket. There's a lot of, of like his story as opposed to Star-Lord, which James Gunn was saying, like he had to establish Star-Lord and tell all that. And he was like, do I make a Guardians 3 or do this? Well, I can just do a Guardians 3 and still focus on Rocket and complete his story because you really don't know where he came from. They joke about it for how many movies. So, good for him. But apparently Kevin Feige said a standalone movie would be too much with these two, which I disagree. I think that's bullshit. I think they'd be great together. Who doesn't want Rocket and Groot together? I'd be all about that.
I like all the Groot I could get.
Yeah. Me too. So I think this would have been a good idea. Of course, Guardians is coming out this Friday, everybody. Thursday previews. You can see Guardians 3, and we'll get to see how much of this really is focusing on Rocket Raccoon. But honestly, I think it's going to be great. It's going to be touching. I'm excited about this movie. I would still beg to differ that we can still have a Rocket and Groot movie. The two people that have said they're not done yet are Bradley Cooper and Vin Diesel. So why can't we have a Rocket and Groot movie after this? Unless you kill them off, which, might happen. You never know. Sabrina, would you watch? I know you would, but what do you think about a Rocket and Groot movie? Would this be a good win for you?
Oh, I feel like you're just building me up to break me down, man, because it's not happening. But I mean, yes, I would love it, but it's not happening. So now you made me happy and then sad at the same time. So congratulations on being mean.
I am Groot.
Groot's my favorite character. Everyone knows that. Anyone who knows me knows that Groot is my favorite character. Like I would have a life-size Groot in my yard if I could. Like he's my jam. So this makes me sad. I wish they would do it.
She has like the Chia Pet Groot.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sure some airplane, knick-knacky company has got some kind of giant Groot you can put in your front yard or something.
They have one at the Funko store in Hollywood, but
Perfect.
But you can't buy it. It's part of the store. Like you can't purchase it. They have one that's like this big. Like
everything's got a price.
They have one that's like this big.
Everything's got a price. Everything's got a price. No, I saw this
not a price I could afford.
I saw this and it made total sense to me because I think of all the movies that you have, Groot has been one of those characters that you've got to see so much growth and so much change to that character happen. But the merchandising of Groot himself is immense. I mean, you mentioned the Chia Pet, but you've got so many different versions of Groot. You had teenage Groot in the Thor movies. That's a different action figure. You had the baby dancing Groot. Exactly. Yeah. And there was the whole Groot little animated movie series. So Groot
those were fun.
Exactly. Groot himself.
And there's more of those coming too.
Oh, I'm sure. Groot himself could carry the franchise forward if he wanted.
To be fair, my favorite one of those Groot little baby movies was the one that Rocket was in, by the way. So I think Groot and Rocket really help each other out. Yep, 100%. Makes it a little bit better.
And for those actors, it's easy. They go do a voiceover session. They do everything else and without them really being there, So like, why not? It just makes sense to me that if you're going to continue anyone's stories, it would be those two, and maybe Nebula will be thrown in there because I bet she'd come back, you throw her in there and she'd have fun. But everybody else said they're done, Zoe said she's done. Chris Pratt said he would come back if he could. He said he'd play Star-Lord.
Yeah, I'm done with Marvel. Like, who are you? Jeez. Like,
I know.
What?
I'm done.
Call me up. I am ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would just be like, let's just keep. What do you mean we're done? We're not done, right? What else? There's spin-offs and Avenger meetups and we got everything. We're gonna go to a multiverse world. Come on, I'm here.
About all of that. What was that? American Pie. She's like, I would do American Pie 75. Like, call me up. Like, she's ready to go. Like that would be me.
Oh wow, that sounds good.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I'm done with Marvel. Like, who are you? No, don't be done with Marvel. It's crazy.
She got a little Mickey going on there.
Now he's got that Nintendo money though, so Chris Pratt doesn't got to play. So
Yeah, but he still wants some more. He said
he said he would come back. It's Zoe Saldana.
I feel
Oh,
like
okay.
he spoiled something too
She's
because
got
he
that
did
Avatar
say
money, I guess.
though he's like even if I die in this, I can still come back somehow. And it's like, what do you mean,
Yeah,
man? What if you
rude,
die? Yeah.
rude,
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
rude.
I'm not saying that I die, but even if I did die, it's like, all right, man. Yeah, but you're right. Zoe is doing Avatar 25 all the way to 25, so
Yeah,
she's probably gonna be busy for a long time. So she's probably I can only do one franchise like this at a time. So
Yeah.
I get it.
she's
But
standing in front of a green screen, doing the most right now. That's what she's doing.